Love and happiness are the highest things that we can experience in life. Truly ask yourself, what is greater than love and happiness? There is nothing. Not power, not wealth, not fame, and not pleasure. Those are all imperfect ways at trying to achieve love and happiness. And the Greeks put it in four forms. There's four forms of love: agape, storge, philia, and eros. Agape is the greatest of all. It is God's love for us, and it is always present. And then the first form of love that we experience in this world is storge, the love of family, the love that you experience when you are born into a family. And this occurs at varying degrees based on the family you're born into. So some people don't get as much of this, unfortunately. But then there is philia, which is love from friends and the community. And then there is eros, which is romantic love, the love that you get from being in a committed romantic relationship. And then you will realize very quickly that evil is the total absence of love. That evil occurs when somebody doesn't see love in their life, and then they aren't happy. But you may be asking, well, what about the narcissist? Surely they at least love themselves, right? But no, the narcissist doesn't even really love themselves. They love the idea of themselves. They love the adornments they put on themselves through clothing, through the vanity of caring for themselves, through their status, their wealth, their position in life. But they don't really love themselves because all these will go away. If they truly love themselves, they would love God. Because by loving God, we can truly love ourselves. The only way to truly love ourselves is by loving God. Because by loving God, we see that we come from God. So then we are able to love ourselves, because to love myself is to treat one of God's creations with love. And then I will see that everyone else around me is a creation of God. And I will love them too, as best as I can. And that is the hardest thing in this life, I think, to be kind to those who are unkind to you. It is difficult. But that is the ultimate goal, is to see God in everyone, even in your aggressor, to see God and forgive them. That they're merely lost. They do not know what they're doing. If they knew if they loved God, they knew what really was going on, they wouldn't be doing that. But that's okay. Some people get lost. But in the end, they will be found, and they will face God. And they will realize the truth all along. So always seek love and happiness. And don't get caught up in these imperfect aims, because they're only going to lead you astray. Because you could become very powerful, but you're only doing that because you think it'll make you feel important. You think it'll make you feel loved by many people. But that relies on the whims of other people, and that is so unpredictable. They're strangers. I mean, what greater mental disease is there to care about the approval of a bunch of strangers? You are totally lost. And then in wealth, sure, you get a bunch of money, you think that'll make you happy. But no, you are still in the same inner state that you've always been in. You still are a finite human being. Doesn't matter how much money you have. Just look to those around you and love them. Provide for them and provide for the world. And well, then you look to fame, and that is just like what I said before. It relies on the whims of others. And then pleasure is the most fleeting of all. It is a trap. It is a trap that demons will lead you into. And there's a part in Corinthians that talks about this. Demons masquerading as angels of light. And this is ultimately through the pleasure seeking in this world. The alcohol, the drugs, the hookups, they seem like angels of light. They allure you in. They seem fun and beautiful and like they're going to provide you so much happiness. But at the end of it, you find the demon. You find the demon in the hangover. After you've taken this action, you face what you have done, and that's ultimately what the demon wanted you to do. You face the end of that action. So you get lured in through the light of the false angel, And then you get what it actually is, the demon. And this you can see in any kind of trap. Think about a mouse trap. You put cheese, like wonderful cheese for the mouse. Thinks, wow, that's amazing. And they run up and they go and taste it and wow, the cheese is really good. And then boom, they get snapped. It's a trap. So don't seek pleasure. Pleasure seeking is a trap. Love and happiness are the greatest things in this world.